that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
Jim Carrey has been dropping shocking hints for years, and now it feels like he's finally daring us to notice. What happened on Jimmy Kimmel's show wasn't just a funny moment. It was bizarre, chaotic, and completely unforgettable. Behind the laughter, I'm convinced Carrey was sending a secret message, one that most of us totally missed. And Jimmy's reaction? Pure disbelief. The kind of jaw-dropping response that makes you question everything you just saw. This clip didn't just go viral, it ignited the internet, leaving fans scrambling to decode what Carrey was really saying.
I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh. I like it. It uses scraping.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
Jimmy went from laughing to looking completely thrown off in an instant, like he'd just glimpsed something he wasn't supposed to. You could almost see the gears turning in his head, asking, wait, did he just hint at that? We're not diving into full-blown conspiracy territory over a gesture, but Carrey was clearly pointing at something darker and subtler than secret societies. For years, he's been quietly fed up with Hollywood's glittering carnival, and on that couch, he seemed to say without words, even charming hosts like Kimmel are part of the show, distracting you while the real story slips away. Think of Rome in flames as the Colosseum stood silent. Now replace the ancient fire with the hypnotic glow of a TV screen. We're mesmerized by the spectacle, lured by dazzling narratives, while the truths that really matter quietly smolder in the shadows.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy. The poison control centers have seen this spike in calls from people taking this livestock medicine to fight the coronavirus, but they won't take the vaccine, which is crazy. It's like if you're a vegan and you're just like, no, I don't want a hamburger. Give me that can of Alpo instead.
Carrey delivered it straight to Jimmy Kimmel's face, cloaked in just enough charm and absurdity to make it untouchable. Comedy became the perfect camouflage, slipping the message right past defenses. For anyone who has followed Jim Carrey's evolution, this moment isn't shocking. The once untamed comic has grown into a reflective, almost meditative figure, obsessed with life's weightiest questions. He's chasing meaning in a world drowning in noise, a world most people never escape, trapped by shallow entertainment, petty power struggles, and distractions designed to numb the mind. And where do these distractions come from? The very industry Carrey once ruled from the center. As he said before, he wishes everyone could taste fame and fortune, only to realize it's not the answer. So, was this jab aimed at Kimmel personally? Probably not, but Kimmel is undeniably a piece of a bigger machine, a network of cultural influencers guided by forces far beyond their control. Late-night comedy has quietly transformed into something more sinister, ideology disguised as humor, propaganda hidden behind punchlines, subtle persuasion veiled in laughter. From pandemics to global conflicts to the fiercest social battles, the playbook remains the same. Toe the line, deliver the narrative, and sell it as benevolence. And if that sounds intense, consider this. A clip of Kimmel from a few years back reveals just how effortlessly someone can drop a shocking line, so long as it comes from the approved side of the story.
If those 3 judges he appointed to the Supreme Court take this case and rule against him, he is gonna blow a whale-sized windmill out of his. I mean, it might actually. This could be it. Sometimes I wonder, once Trump is been gone and buried on the 18th hole of one of his golf courses. Will things get better, or will we have a whole new crop of MAGA brains to deal with?
Almost no one else in Hollywood could have dropped a remark that icy in the middle of a global crisis and walked away unscathed. But Jimmy Kimmel has carved out a new persona in recent years. The late-night host who doesn't just crack jokes, he picks sides, hard, and turns the other side into a nightly punchline. Yes, it earns him viral moments and endless retweets. But what it doesn't earn him, at least from Jim Carrey, is genuine respect. Because here's the unsettling truth. Kimmel can cross lines most comedians wouldn't dare touch, and somehow never feel the backlash. That's not chance. That's the privilege of being wrapped in the bubble of a media class that shields its favorites. And that's exactly why Carrey bristles. It's not about one joke or one moment. It's about the bigger game being played. Some voices get the green light to say anything, while others get dragged into the fire for less. Why? Because when you're part of the circus, your job is to keep the crowd laughing while the empire keeps running the show. Carrey's message is clear. Wake up, because the laughter isn't as harmless as it looks. And if you think that's an exaggeration, just watch Kimmel's more recent digs at Donald Trump's mortality, met with roaring applause instead of outrage. It's the perfect snapshot of how the rules bend for those on the right side of the narrative.
I sat on the lanai and looked out at the ocean, and at that point I started going, okay, well, what can I do with this last moment of time? And I just decided to go through a list of gratitudes, and honest to God, I could not stop thinking of wonderful things that have happened to me and blessings that I've had. So it was lovely. It was lovely, and I got to a point of grace at about 2 minutes to spare when I found out it wasn't actually happening. And all I was planning to do was close my eyes and be thankful, because it's been a good ride.
This isn't comedy that heals. It doesn't bridge divides or spark real conversations. It tears them open. What passes as political humor these days doesn't bring curiosity or compassion. It hardens resentment, locking millions into bitterness, while keeping them distracted from anything that might actually matter. Donald Trump, of course, wasn't exactly thrilled to be the perpetual punchline, Kimmel's nightly target, reduced to a running gag. But when you zoom out, the contrast with Jim Carrey couldn't be sharper. Here's a man who once defined outrageous comedy, now stripped down to something rawer, chasing meaning instead of cheap applause. From that perspective, endless partisan potshots look small, almost pathetic. Nothing made this clearer to Carrey than the false missile alert in Hawaii back in 2018. For nearly 10 unbearable minutes, he believed it was over, that he was living his final moments on Earth. In that window of terror, the fame, the headlines, the Hollywood sparkle, all of it dissolved like smoke. What remained was the truth. Life is fragile, fleeting, and far too short for the noise we drown ourselves in. And Carrey's transformation didn't come from that scare alone. Years of heartbreak and loss reshaped him, especially the devastating death of his girlfriend in 2015. That tragedy forced him to stare straight at mortality, and in doing so, it shattered the illusion of what really matters. Fame, spectacle, tabloid drama, it all revealed itself for what it was, a carnival of distractions. That's the quiet dare hidden in Carrey's words. Don't get hypnotized by every glittering distraction, every fake panic, every trend designed to keep you asleep. Break free from the circus, and you might finally see what's real. The haunting question is, will we wake up, or will we keep laughing while the fire burns behind us?